Hello and welcome to Plataforma's second devlog. Here I will talk about the high score things that I made in the levels. So now when you go into the level select screen, you will see that each level has its own high score and its own player, which are these three letters, which was the player who made the high score. Right now it's not operational. It's an image, but it should change when you make a high score. So the highest score of each level will be shown in the level select screen. So when you go into the level now, it seems that nothing has changed, but when you press the I letter, there it shows the high score, the level score, and the level high score. This can be shown or hide by pressing the key, the I key, as in information, and when you reach either a high score or a level high score, it turns gold. And right now the level high scores are all 100, but it should change when I release it. Right now it's just a number I put so I could test it. So when you reach for example 100 points, now you see it turned like yellow gold. It does the same thing when you reach the high score, the total high score. So now it's 200, the high score. Of course you can hide it whenever you want. And let's say I died, right? So I'm playing and the high score was 210 and I died. So I go to the main menu and play another level, let's say 4, and now the high score is 210. So it's saved, right? So you should you have a high score which is going to be saved from each, so you can try to beat it the next time. And that's one version of the high scores I'm making, and I thought about another version of how to show high scores that I will show in a minute. Also, I thought about having a high scores menu where for example you click on options, and instead of showing the options it shows a list of, let's say, the 10 highest scores of each level, so you can compare yourself with not just the high score, but with a lot of them. I'm going to stop the video here and then resume it to show the other option. Now I'm going to show you the other version of the high scores. So you start a level, for example level 5, and you have your score, which is now 0, and between parentheses you have the high score, and in the same way you have your level score, and between parentheses the level high score. This version doesn't have a key to show or hide this because it's less. The other one had 4 lines and this one only had 2, and it's less intrusive, and I think I like the both versions, and I don't know which one to keep. This one is like less intrusive, but I don't really like having the high score between parentheses, and I don't really know whether to keep this one or the other one, because the other one has the good thing that it has is that you can hide it if you don't like it, and if you just want to see your score, you can just press I and you just see your score. But you know, maybe it's just a personal preference. Also, I thought I want to show you something about the images. If you want to make a level of the new puzzles pack I'm making, I made a bunch of new levels, so you can as you can see, this one is pretty big and it has a few challenges. But when you want to create levels, when for example you have the image here and all these that is transparent are considered doors, and these ones are considered buttons. To understand it better, you can go into tile and see that here there are like 6 doors that doesn't have anything on top, but are considered doors by the game, and these one are considered their respective buttons. So now, for example, this is level 1 and I put this door here, you can see nothing because apparently nothing is there, and the button over here. So now when I start, I won't be able to cross this, and I have to press this button to cross. So I save it and I export it, go into level 1, and I can move because here are doors, you can see them, but those are there, and now I press the button there and the doors are gone. This is for if you want to make your own doors. For example, you want to make a white one or a black one, or I don't know, a purple one, you can make them. And so these are considered doors, these are considered the buttons, and these are considered the push buttons. So it may give you a little leeway if you want to make doors. You don't have to replace the old ones, and you can make new ones if you want. In the same way, I'm going to make a new tutorial to show these little things that like tips and tricks of customizing game and creating new levels. I'm going to I have a thread in the Sura forums where I accept suggestions if you want to make. For example, they made a suggestion about having a speedrun levels, so you can not only beat your high score, but how fast you can make you can finish at certain level, and I'm thinking of implementing that in the future. But from now on, the following update, it will be high scores, like these high scores in points, and the puzzles pack, which is not finished yet, but I'm finishing it. See you next time.